Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 65 yards. And the Ravens march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11.
Again, it's Burrow. Mosley will throw that one away. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
On 1, right?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
13.
They'll go option to the short side. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Fights through him. Right side, there's Likely with it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now it's Jackson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Pushes past him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They go play action now. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
On 2. 11 Thomas.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
On 1, right?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So a fresher spot here for Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them go.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted. So
not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Here we go, set.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 15 yards. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 50 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that drive. On third down, Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.